So I'm doing the concentrations of acetic acid in vinegar lab. So I'm going to start by putting my graduated cylinder on the scale and then adding approximately 5 ml of vinegar to my graduated cylinder. Okay, so my exact mass is 5.00 grams. So now I'm going to put it in my Erlenmeyer flask. And then add 2 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator. And then I'm going to take 10 mils of sodium hydroxide, the 1 mole. This syringe is probably about 10.02, so I'm going to record that before I do the next step. Start. Hope you can see this. Move it back a little. Okay, so that was persistent for a few seconds, and I'm sitting at 8 mils left, so that's 2. Okay, yeah. So I think that's the end point, because I've turned the whole thing pink. So the initial, when it started to come in and hold for a second, was about 8 mils, so that was 2 full milliliters injected. Okay, so I'm now going to repeat steps for trials 2 and 3. So I will come back with my titration in just a moment after I add my vinegar and my indicator and transfer it to the flask. Okay. So I've got my acetic acid / vinegar with my indicator, and now I'm going to do a second round of titration, starting with 10 mils. So I've got the pink, but it's still dissipating as I do this. So I think that is what I'm looking for, and that's about 7, and I goofed, 7 mils of sodium hydroxide. Okay, so I'm now doing trial 3. I have my vinegar and indicator as well again, so I'm gonna go add my solution. Okay, so that is 6.50, 6.2 to get the semi-stable pink color. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the second part of this experiment with rice vinegar. So I'm going to do the same process of measurement, and I'm going to use a clean pipette and measure out 5 ml of rice vinegar. Okay, I got exactly 5. So I'm gonna put it in my Erlenmeyer flask. Add my indicator. And then my sodium hydroxide. Okay, so I've got 10. I'm gonna start my titration. Okay, so I'm gonna... Okay, so again, I have my graduated cylinder. This is trial 2 with the rice vinegar. I'm gonna tear my scale and add 5 ml to my graduated cylinder. Right on the money. And then my indicator to my Erlenmeyer flask. And now the sodium hydroxide titration. Okay. That's pretty good. And that was about 4 mils added to my solution. Okay, so again, I have my 5 mils of rice vinegar, and I'm adding my indicator. And now I'm going to do sodium hydroxide with 10 mils in here for my final trial. Which is about 3 mils of sodium hydroxide to reach equilibrium. And then